What's up everyone, it's Thomas. How are you doing? I wanted to tell you about this party that we ended up throwing. It was a pretty big success, but in ways that you wouldn't expect. See, it turns out we invited a lot of people to this party. As you're going to see, we did tons of preparation and we ran all over town grabbing booze from multiple stores. We got ingredients to make special cocktails. It was everything that you would hope for at a party. However, as the day rolled through, we started getting some text messages on WhatsApp. You know, people weren't feeling so well. I think this happens when it gets a little cold, when it gets a little wet, when you've been working all week and you don't really want to go and socialize. So while we're like going crazy, getting this place all stoked up for all these people to come and have a good time, we start to hear that a lot of these people aren't going to show up. So yeah, let's see how that turned out. Why are we so tired? Is really dry, so I have to put on a little bit of moisturizer just to give my skin a chance. Already?
For a freezer bag.
What?
And there is a heart.
Oh, yummy. So to get the party planning off to a good start, we had to make a shopping list, which is pretty much a Saturday morning routine every week, except instead of planning our meals for the rest of the week, which could also be turned into lunches that we can take to work, we were making a list of snacks and drinks that we could make. This being kind of a big shopping trip, we planned out which stores we were going to, when. There's a lot of walking to do, and you know, it seems like excessive planning, but you really don't want to go to one store and then walk 20 minutes to the next store and realize that you forgot something. So too many socks. This is LPG. It's where we do most of our shopping. They have lots of local produce and products. Everything is generally free, fair trade, sustainable, bio, vegan, whatever is possible to be politically correct, they do it. They're also notorious for being full of young, screaming children and stressed out parents. And a strange behavior of the employees to be restocking the shelves with large pallets of products in, you know, what is not a very large floor plan in the middle of the busiest shopping time on the busiest day of the week. So yeah, it's a pleasure to come to this place, and especially when you bump into somebody and have the kind of obligation to talk to them in the midst of the screaming children and busy employees and stressed out parents. Dun, 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 dun. So we had a fairly successful shopping trip, and now we are at the second best Weihnachtsmarkt in Berlin with some Gluhwein, mulled red wine, and this one has some rum in it. So it's good. Cheers. As you can see, the weather is not boding very well for us. Not to say that this is an unusual sky in Berlin, but yeah, this is the night of our party, and it's not the kind of inviting, come out and play kind of evening that we would hope for. My party planning and decorating strategy has not evolved too much over the years to a basic trick of getting some stringed Christmas lights and one way or another tying them up to the wall. Here is the party. Going into the topic of the people who did not come, I've had time to reflect on this, and really that's just what you have to expect. When you're inviting people to an event or a party, you have to assume 50 to 70% of them will not come. We just didn't have a huge pool of people to invite. I think we invited most of the people that we have been in touch with, and that was about 20, so multiply 20 by 70 and you know what the head count was of the party. It still was very nice. When people started bailing, I couldn't help but be a little frustrated. 2020 hindsight, it was to be expected. And yeah, I mean, if anything, we just didn't have as much cleaning up to do, which was pretty nice. Maybe we'll do another one to help get rid of the booze. Hard to say. But it was a really cool weekend. And I think when these days, it's harder and harder to get friends to come out, to socialize face-to-face, just organizing a party and throwing an invitation to everybody that you know and having them come over if they feel like it is a way to guarantee that you get some time with your friends, which, unless you just want to be on social media and the internet all day, it doesn't happen very often. So that was our party. I think it was a success. I want to do it again. Hopefully Zuzana agrees with me. And when we do, we'll let you know about it. Until next video, thank you everybody for joining. This was a lot of fun to create. I noticed that there have been some new views on the older videos, which, who knows what's going to happen in the future. But for right now, it's really encouraging to see that people are watching. Give a comment about your own parties, about how you prepare or decorate. I think that's what people do in these videos, is they ask for feedback and advice, or, they want to get people involved. And I would really get energized and stoked to find out who was watching and what kind of ideas, thoughts, comments you might have had about this experience, okay? Until next time, have a good week. Bye-bye.